Something terrible has happened, but as much as you want it to, life doesn't stop. The plan is to continue business as usual, get through the class and get through the day, simply to cope. You could do that, and you had to. If anything, the walls of the school would be a break from everything waiting for you outside. The bell screeches and brings your attention to the maths equation on the board, and you begin to set your mind to work. But before you can even pick up your pen, a shadow emerges over you. "Lauren," the shadow booms, "I understand that something terrible has happened." The judging eyes of your classmates turn your limbs to icicles, and you nod. What else can you do when everyone's watching? Take your time. I can only imagine how hard losing a parent could be. It truly is a tragedy. You know where the counsellor's office is if you need it. Each word turns more heads, each unveiling fact erupting whispers. Again you nod, all eyes on you now. The shadow walks away and is enveloped by maths equations and board scribblings. But little did they know, they just made you the spectacle of the entire school. A 20-second encounter imprints "the girl whose dad died" on your forehead, a label that would never be shaken. You brave your way through the rest of the class before making your way to the next. Even though you weren't in the room anymore, it still felt like the same stairs were following you. You arrive at the next classroom and sit down, bracing yourself for another announcement of everything that's happened to you. Instead, as you direct your attention to the board, there's simply a poster next to it, with all the details of the school counsellor, chaplain, and other support services available, even the teacher's office number and personal email address. It was big enough that even you with your bad eyesight could read it. You quickly jot down the counsellor's room number and focus on the lesson. There was no big announcement from the teacher about what had happened, no direct comments and no turning heads. They just simply gave you the information you needed in a spot where you could find it. Afterwards, you make your way to see the counsellor, feeling like that target had been removed from your back. Here you received assistance and guidance, and later the teacher would check in one-on-one to make sure you were okay and had received that information. Teachers can hold the best intentions for the students, but unintentionally make mistakes when not recognising the complexity of their lives. Understanding and learning about the social and emotional needs of students is vital in ensuring positive communication between students and teachers. AITSL Standard 1, Know Students and How They Learn, can be applied to this scenario, as knowing the student's experiences, but also the individual and social context in which the experience is occurring, is really important for teachers to recognise. The first teacher had the best intentions for supporting the student, however, they didn't consider how spreading the information would impact that student, even though they didn't intend to do so. AITSL Standard 4, creating and maintaining supportive and safe learning environments, is also important in this scenario. The second teacher provided information to support the students in a way that ensured confidentiality and safety for those that were experiencing troubles. Students were able to be supported and assisted without being singling out or making them uncomfortable. The teacher also demonstrated a transactional mode of communication by giving the student information, but then again checking in and giving them the ability to communicate back. This can also be related to the element of respect in the code of ethics, as the teacher is actively showing that they are trustworthy and respect the personal lives of their students. These modes of communication are very important for teachers, as the way that we communicate with our students is vital for ensuring that they are safe in the classroom, in the playground, and in their personal lives.